What is up, everybody? Randy here with Nerds Templar. This is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. It is Season 1. It is now set number 10. We are at like almost the midway point. It's the green division. We've already seen the red as always. After 9 sets here in the green, King Diddy, the only one in the league remaining undefeated, and he has yet to even go on a bye. He's actually got the bye on set 11, so he gets to play his first 10, get a bye, and then play his next 10. He's 9-0, Kazuya 8-1, Me Gunner's 7-2, Bowser is 6-2, Piranha Plant is 6-3, Wolf is 5-3, and that is the top 6 all sole ranks because they're not tied with anybody else. It's pretty crazy. And then 7th place, 8th and 9th, we have 5 and 4 is Bayonetta, Link, and Mega Man in that order for a reason. Chrom, 4 and 4, Mewtwo as well. Bowser Jr. is now 4 and 5. Luigi and Corrin are 3 and 5. Villager and Toon Link and Little Mac are 3 and 6. Shulk and Lucina are 2 and 6. Diddy is 2 and 7. And Sheik is 1 and 7. Today we've got, in set number 10, Luigi taking on Link to begin things there, an old school red division matchup. Shulk versus Mega Man, after that Lucina versus Bayonetta. Toon Link taking on Villager. Corrin taking on Diddy, and Sheik up against Little Mac. Mewtwo then up against Bowser Jr. Chrom, that might be quite a decent one there. Chrom taking on Kazuya. Bowser versus Me Gunner, and finally Wolf up against that undefeated King Dedede. Wolf, again, is 5 and 3. Pretty good right now. And also old school green division matchup here in the green division. Piranha Plant's on a bye. Let's get started. Starting off, as we said, Luigi taking on Link. Both in the red division last season. Primary skins, by the way, this time around in set 10. Link was last season 11 and 9, made the playoffs. Luigi was right behind him at 8 and 12 in the division, rank wise at least. Of course, Link last season in the playoffs beat Zelda, kind of an upset, and then lost to Pokemon Trainer. So he at least had one victory. Right now, he's still in the top 8 at 5 and 4. Pretty much needs to win to stay there. All will depend on how Bayonetta and Mega Man and maybe even Wolf, Chrom and Mewtwo do as well. He may either move to 5 and 5, finishing off, of course, then his first 10 matches, getting him to his halfway point. If he loses, he will be 5 and 5, so sitting at 5 and 4 right now, decent. Luigi at 3 and 5, already had his bye. Making it back to the map. No, he won't make it back to the map there. He was higher in percent, so Link retains the lead. A bigger advantage now, 3-2 stock, 95 on his first. Luigi 3 and 5, yeah, he had his bye already, so he's still got 2 to get to his halfway point, and that means he's got 2 wins before he can get to 500, perhaps. It's the best he can do, obviously, with already 5 losses. Big Link, we got, of course, spring-themed season here on the Dreamland. Got big and little mushrooms, bunny hoods, high frequency of items. All season. Next season, we'll change it up again. Last promo season, Season 0, we had, where these guys were in the red, we had only Pokeballs, and that was super fun. I think it was medium, regular frequency of items, though. That would have been insane if it was high frequency Pokeballs only. It was crazy enough as it was. But right now, Link with a really nice advantage. 108 on Luigi's second. Link retaining that first stock. 137 right now. Luigi needs the big hit. Needs it like now. Already pretty much down. You can pretty much count it 2 stock down at this point for him. And he's gonna make it back here. Oh, Super Mushroom for Link. 125 plus after Link grabs Luigi. launches him. That's 191, and yeah, okay, Luigi will at least get that stock finally. But now, yes, as we said, Link an entire stock advantage now. Quite good then for the Hyrulean young man. As we also have Toon Link here and Young Link in the red. Toon Link also from the red last season. Young Link wasn't here at all. Got rolled randomly when we did our lotto to fill in all the divisions with all the other fighters this season. He got rolled into the red, but only after these Link and Toon Link had already left. Switching people in the division every season. Last season it was just the bottom half. Now with so many, it is the middle of every division. And Link, a very commanding victory over Luigi. Something that's not unusual, of course, being that, yeah, they fought before. Would not be surprised, yeah, if Link defeated him both times. In fact, they played toward the end. They played two. In last season, everyone played each other in the division twice. Link did defeat Luigi both times, and adds one more to their head-to-head. So Link now 6-4. Luigi 3-6 cannot really afford to lose anymore, especially this early on. Shulk, same situation but worse. 2-6. The Mega Man, he's 5-4, just like Link, just below Link. Number 9. Now he's gonna have to win if he wants to remain in contention for that top 8. Won't make it. Could make it if Bayonetta loses. Perhaps Wolf loses. Wolf again up against King Dedede. That's quite possible. Shulk is poisoned. Shulk absolutely needs a win at 2-6. Fall into 2-7 will probably be the end for sure. Although it's strange, it actually does seem like this, of all divisions, this one seems like the one where the lowest record currently will get you in. 3-5s. The 3-5 Luigi was making it, at least until now. Perhaps they're losing just now. But I think that's the lowest of all the records of all the divisions that would make it in. At least again, yeah, before now, before this set began. Shulk getting the first stock. Knock. 78 on him. Yeah, after the set 9s, well, we don't need to talk about set 10 for red yet, but because this is set 10. But yeah, beforehand it was 3-5. 4-5 was the bottom for every other division. But it also seems we also have the highest records here, so that may have something to do with it. Shulk again, just like Link. Yes, exactly like Link. 103 only on him though here. Taking care of Mega Man. Unlike Link, this is an upset right now. Mega Man may drop to 5-5 here. Still be okay. Still alive at 5-5. However, not exactly where he's been. He's been kind of hovering around that halfway point. Got one knockout on Shulk. He's at 54 though on his last stock. At least not another flawless. That's really it. I have to try to count flawless victories, see who maybe had the most during the regular season. Give an award. I have a couple different awards. I might be trying to give out. Don't mean anything, obviously, but why not? Basically, the most improved comeback, the biggest comeback fighter. I'd love to do the most flawless victories, and of course the longest win streak. Anything else you guys can think of we would do, but it has to be within the realm of actually being able to go back and figure it out, unless someone else is doing that for me. And if you're interested in any other stats. Always should try to show all of them for every match at the end. Mega Man actually bringing this one back with that Super Mushroom there. 90 or so % knockout, but right after Shulk comes back, he ends it. Mega Man sort of just flopping off of the map there. And Shulk is still alive at 3 and 6. He's just where Luigi is now. Not really great, but it is still something manageable. Mega Man, of course, still doing okay at 5 and 5. It's not too much to be worried about, but again, yeah, you want to remain around that 500 point the rest of the season. If not, of course, better than 500, obviously. Lucina, 2 and 6, just like Shulk. Taking on the over 500 Bayonetta, 5 and 4. So again, it's the exact same record matchup as last one, and so very close to the one just before that. Pretty decent way, I'd say, to start off our green set number 10. Right now, even Lucina, just like Shulk, needs a win, or she's unfortunately going to be done. I think she started with 2 wins, and then dropped all 6. Had a bye in there as well, so she's not quite at her halfway point here. In fact, I believe, yeah, Link and Mega Man the first 2. Luigi and Shulk have not. Lucina as well has also had her bye. Bayonetta didn't have her bye, again, that's why she's the same record as Link and Mega Man. So will she move? She could, with a loss, she's 500. With a win, she's up there with Link. With a loss, she's down with Mega Man. She did defeat Link already in match number 1, in fact. From 9 to 133, it's close here. Still. A 1 stock change could change it all. Lucina with the Super Mushroom gets it first. Bayonetta, see if she can answer Super Mushroom. She doesn't get. Lucina gets it again. 119 on Lucina's first. Now the advantage she may be able to press. .37 on Bayonetta's second, 147 on Lucina's first, 155. Bayonetta known for some heavy hits with that shadow heal thing. Pretty much, I would say, probably the thing you gotta watch out for the most. Lucina, much like Marth. Oh man, what a knockout. Poison to Bayonetta. 156. We've seen, these are some crazy matches to begin things, and this one is another upset in the making. It's gonna take a decent bit for Bayonetta to come back. We've seen this happen before, but it takes some effort for sure. 160 Lucina's first stock, 12 on Bayonetta's final stock, and Lucina just pulled a poison mushroom. She's doing the edge poke just like Marth is known to do. Marth faring much better than she is this season, even though he was actually under 500, 7 and 13 last season, moved from yellow to the red, doing better in the red this season. Oh, there's a mushroom, a big one for Bayonetta. That could help start turning things around, maybe. She's at 62 with that last stock. She pulled a poison, normal size instead of small, at least. If that's any consolation for her right now. I don't know. It probably will save her for now. 100%. Lucina is just destroying her. This is crazy. Again, not something I expected. Mega Man's sort of been like up and down in the middle, and then he ended up 5 and 4. So we kind of see him going down, back down to 5 and 5. Bayonetta, however, has been at the top of the division most of the season, almost at the very top. second place, then third in set 5, then fourth, then third. Then she dropped way down to 7th, and then she was back up to 5th, then down to 7th again, and now, yeah. Who knows where she's going to drop? Below? No, we'll see, because Mega Man lost. It's going to be up to Chrom and Mewtwo at 4 and 4 right now to see if they can knock Bayonetta out of the top 8 for the first time. It's also up to Bayonetta to see if she can somehow bring this match back. She's at 134. Nope. There it is. Lucina's final super mushroom. Will get it. Solidifies the upset. Whew. What a way to begin green set 3. This is pretty crazy. I'm sorry, green set 10, the third match here. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Lucina now still in it, 3 and 6, just like Shulk. Bayonetta falling, just like Mega Man, to 5 and 5. All right, after those 3 crazy ones, we move into, I guess, our lowest 3 matches here, but still important, especially this one. In fact, this is a 3 and 6 Toon Link versus a 3 and 6 Villager. Both of whom are, right now, fighting for a potential playoff spot, at least if all were to end after this set here. But of course it's not, it's only halfway through. Just about. It will be halfway through for both of these fighters. There'll be 10 matches in, neither of whom had their buys just yet. Close one at the moment, early. Got a Poison Mushroom on Toon Link. Came here from the Red Division last season, 3 and 17. Pretty horrible. Villagers new. Ooh. Rocket in the face. Another nice shot by Villager, almost bringing it back to even completely. 99 to 103. This is really anyone's game. 2 small fighters. Pretty much even in... Yeah, if you're even in that regard, you're even in most others. But wow, I can't believe it. Villager not making him back to the map there. Usually it's no problem. That should have been no problem for him, right? So Toon Link's going to take the early advantage. Villager with a Super Mushroom. Let's see if we can bring it back to even. No, not quite. 115 on Toon Link. That will do it there. No Super Mushroom needed there for the knockout, the tying knockout. But yet, still 2 stock each. Big mushroom for Toon Link. But it's still neck and neck here. 2 fighters, neither of them want to drop another match. 3 and 7 is the last, well, not the last place you want to be, I guess, because it's not last place, but it is certainly not good. That's 7 losses so early on. Want to remain at least, you know, just a couple games, if anything, just a couple games behind 500, so you can still make an easy run back to it. Right now in this division, can't say the same for Red, because that's pretty contentious so far. So far for this division, it's looking a little easier maybe to get into the playoffs. This might be the easiest, Red might be the hardest, this might be the easiest. Though, of course, still all depends on how the next quarter of the season goes or so. Get a little closer to the end before we can really start calling things like that, I'd say. But just as we thought, getting to this halfway point, we do start seeing a lot of patterns in these fighters. We sort of have an idea of who should be winning what matches, right? Some of them are still pretty close. Especially like in the Red. A lot of close records in the Red. But even here, a lot of close records right in the middle of the pack. And these are almost middle of the pack. Again, these two fighting for those bottom playoff spots even at that 3 and 6 spot. 4 and 6, you're right back in it. Again, you're only one player. Right now, they're only two behind. Oh man, Toon Link barely staying on. Villager's an entire stock up. It doesn't look like he's going to lose this one, unfortunately, for Toon Link. But great for Villager, making a bit of a... Like, he's fallen a little bit here, I think. He was a little higher in the division, maybe, at some point. Maybe not quite higher, that much higher, but Toon Link was moving upward. He's going to maybe... We'll see where they stand after everything's done, but record-wise, at least, Villager's going to go up. Toon Link fallen to 3 and 7. He still does have that shot like we were talking about, but now, yeah, Villager 4 and 6. That's a fine place to be. It's a fine place to be. Now only 2 matches behind that 500 point, like we were talking. And again, it's very possible that even an 8 and 12 with 13 fighters going to the playoffs, 8 and 12 might just do it in some of these divisions. This might be the one. Here we have Corrin, 3 and 5, also searching for a win to get closer to that 500 point. Diddy, even farther away, 2 and 7. Probably already done, but again, 3 and 7 might still have a shot. Need a whole lot of wins after that. Diddy's had some okay ones, fought some tough opponents, and you never know. Some of these fighters, maybe 1 or 2 who have basically fought all but all the top competitors so far in their first half, and still have yet to fight all the easy guys. So, be a ton of wins potentially for some of these fighters. We haven't quite looked that deeply into those kind of things. Corrin, a quick knockout here on Diddy. 57 now on Corrin, though, still a nice lead. Again, Super Mushroom helped with that. Be interested to know how often a knockout happens with a Mushroom active on one of the fighters. Honestly, I think it's more than half the time. Which I suppose is the goal when you have a high frequency of them, right? I do sort of wish we would have gone without the bunny hoods. They're a nice little addition. It's nice to have a little bit more variety, but at the same time, I think it would have been real fun to just have mushrooms raining down from the sky the entire time. This, though, with the bunny hoods, it does make it a little less crazy, which is sort of what we were shooting for this season. Next season we'll go crazier, probably crazier even than the Pokeball season. It's going to be ridiculous. And then we're going to go back to even more normal than this. So we're always going to change. It's probably going to swap from being kind of crazy to not so crazy. Varying degrees of those, though, every time. And now Corrin, another knockout on Diddy Kong. And he is not looking so good now. I've got one on Corrin here. It's not going to be a flawless, at least, but Diddy... going to need to make a lot of things happen here for a comeback. Corrin just got a Super Mushroom. That's a bad start for Diddy's comeback. Like Corrin might just finish this here. Move himself to 4 and 5. And even better, of course, than 4 and 6. That 4 and 5 is going to put him, might even put him back into the middle of the division. He's been basically at the same spot, just barely hanging into that mid spot where the middle that would be moving, that is, like rank 13 to 15. Those who move are ranked 9 to 15, but Corrin's really just been at the bottom of that. Diddy's been at the bottom of the whole division all season, pretty much. Again, was the same way last season for him in the red. 7 and 13 was his final record. Stringing together to some matches at the end of the season. Diddy. But it's not going to happen here. 50 on Corrin's second, 149 on Diddy's last. Just waiting for that final hit. Corrin Super Mushroom might do it. Poison Mushroom on Diddy. There it is. Alright, Corrin. Remaining in a nice spot. Corrin was actually a very important win for Corrin. Was 14th place. When only 13 going to the playoffs. Tied with that 13th place Luigi, the only 2, 3, and 5s. That is a very big win for him. And again, you never know. Bowser Jr.'s at 4 and 5, just above them. That could have moved him into the playoffs again, into the playoff picture, we'll say. Diddy Kong, though, again, 2 and 8, he's probably done. Then it's too bad for him, so done that it's probably going to be him staying in this division. He's probably not going to get out of the green this season, at least. And another one, just like him, so much like him. Sheik here, also from the red, just one game behind Diddy, actually, 6 and 14. Now, also still one game behind Diddy, actually half a game, because she's had her bye. It's the thing that separates them currently, other than the loss Diddy just had. We'll see what she does here. She's 1 and 7. Has a shot just like, pretty much, kind of, just like Diddy had. It's a little easier, maybe. It's again hard to tell with Corrin at 3 and 5. Little Mac's 3 and 6. So again, they're slightly similar. But poisoned Sheik and super-sized Little Mac. That'll be Sheik losing stock number 1. Little Mac only 28 on that first. Great start for him here. He pulls a poison there. You don't want that. This is our 6th match here, our worst of them. That's why we got Sheik, our bottom of the division, in it. And honestly, with the bye already at 1 and 7, if we say that 3 and 7 isn't done yet, quite yet, then I guess that means that if she wins here, 2 and 7 is also not done yet. But it is. It is. You can probably count on nobody that has 7 wins or 7 losses, that is, at this point, making it into the playoffs. But again, as I said, 13 make it this time, so it's very possible that 8 and 12 maybe would make it in. I highly, highly doubt 7 and 13 will do it. Maybe in the worst of the divisions, or the one that'll allow in the worst. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the worst, because right now the one allowing in the lowest record is the green, it seems, maybe here, and it is the one with the highest record fighters at the top. King Dedede. Whoa, man, Little Mac knockout! Using that KO to KO Sheik, and 76-83 on his first with a Super Mushroom. Is he gonna get a flawless victory? Just maybe. Poison a Super Mushroom again on him. And Sheik at 22%, 45%. It's actually one shot away. There it is. Boom! That right hook coming in strong for Little Mac. There goes Sheik. Goodbye. One of the faster ones. Another flawless victory. Wait, did we see? I can't remember if we saw flawless now today or not. 220 though, very fast. No, I don't think we saw flawless yet today. But this, now we did. Little Mac is definitely still in it at 4 and 6. Sheik is definitely out at 1 and 8. Your Little Mac, again, that's exactly the kind of win you need to get if you want to be competitive for the playoffs here. Mewtwo, our match, 4th to last match. First of our best 4. 4 and 4 Mewtwo. A lot of 4s. 4 and 5 Bowser Jr., just a rank below him. Both of them toward the bottom of the playoff picture, but in it right now. In fact, Bowser Jr. hanging on barely right now in there. Corrin could take that spot with a Bowser Jr. loss. So it depends on what Luigi does again. At least for Bowser Jr.'s case, depending on what Bowser does here. Sorry, Luigi already lost, so in fact, that puts Corrin into the playoff picture. And now it does matter for Luigi whether Bowser Jr. loses or not. Bowser Jr. stays in, of course. Knocked out of the play. Well, I guess he would stay in either way, wouldn't he? With Luigi's loss. So there you have it. Luigi is knocked out for now. For now, it doesn't mean much. Halfway through here again. Right now, Mewtwo, by the way. Old school green, 12 and 8. Even though he's 4 and 4 right now, maybe struggling a little bit, but last season proved his worth by proving it so much that he remained here in the toughest division last season. Probably the toughest again. We'll see though. Kind of hard to tell. Kind of hard to tell. Maybe after some seasons pass and we see the playoff pictures go by, you know, the top 8s are going to remain relatively the same, we'd imagine. So they're going to possibly continue to see each other in the playoffs, and that'll give us an idea of which of the divisions are really, you know, the toughest when it comes down to full league play in the last rounds of those divisions. Mewtwo knocked out twice now by Bowser Jr. This is insane. It is a close ranked match, but Bowser Jr. has been a climbing, and Mewtwo, as we said, is quite good. He beat Yoshi last season and then lost to Ike in the playoffs, so I mean, he had a pretty tough second match there. Oh man, that Super Mushroom, Super Energy Ball does get the first knockout on Bowser Jr., but will it be enough for Mewtwo? 58% on his last. I don't know. I don't think so. It's really not looking good for Mewtwo now. Super Mushroom on Bowser Jr., that might just do it. 78 on Mewtwo. Junior wants it bad. I would too. That's going to move him to 5 and 5 and move Mewtwo to 4 and 5. What an incredible win that would be. I mean, he is on quite the run right now, Bowser Jr. Is he? No, he's not. This would be win number 3 in a row. But the only loss he has in the last 6 matches. There it is. The only loss he has in the last 6, he's now 5 and 5, is to Bowser himself. So what does that say about the little guy? I do not know. But that's crazy. Mewtwo now falling again to 4 and 5. Bowser Jr.'s up to 5 and 5, passing him in record. Oh boy, things are getting crazy here. And of course, another great one here. Chrom is 4 and 4, but he's the underdog in this one against the 8 and 1 Kazuya. That's right, number 2 here in the division. Very, very strong record overall in the entire league. In fact, I don't know if there's anybody else who has an 8 and 1 record even. Me Sword Fighter is the only other one, the top of the yellow division. So that is how good that is. To only have 1 loss. And to have that, and to not have had a bye yet, because this will also be his halfway point here. Chrom has had a bye, so he's got 1 left to go. Just like Mewtwo. He can go up to 5 and 4, but man, that would be quite a victory if he did. Kazuya only lost to Link, which, okay. Link's 5 and 4, he's at least in the top 8. He came from Red last season. Oh my goodness. Was that Chrom that did that? He just didn't survive it, yeah. So both of them eliminated there on their first stock at the same time. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And of course, the closer you are to the midway point, I suppose, the more you may want, you know, another midpoint person. Honestly, I think anywhere you are, you'd probably, if you're not quite in the playoffs or you're lower, you probably want the highest record to win possible. Unless, of course, it's a higher record playing a very low record. You want to get them another loss. But the more the mid records sort of lose there, the more chances the low ones are going to have. And again, we have a double knockout. Wow, these two are going at it. It's going to be such a fast one, but it's so close anyway. It might just come down to one of these two's terrible up B, not getting them back to the map. So, Kazuya tying it up in percent. Might just be a mushroom away, honestly, right now, 64 to 43. Two pretty heavy hitters. In our third to last match. So you know it's good. Poison Mushroom on Kazuya. Will that do it? 73 on him. It would have. Chrom could have landed a nice shot. He didn't. Super Mushroom for Chrom. Another advantage comes his way. Poison Mushroom. Now for him, at least he got it whenever he was still super size, so he's normal size now. Oh, Kazuya with the head jump. What a play on the edge. And he does it. Kazuya. Pretty much, yeah, he almost was upset. Pretty good there by the 4-4 Chrom. Not quite gonna happen though. Close one. That is the 9-1 Kazuya though. What in the world? That's pretty tough. Pretty tough to beat. The only one better is that crazy King Dedede at 9-0 right now. Could move the whole way to 10-0 today. But Kazuya's 9-1. That's ridiculous enough. And Chrom's okay at 4-5. Alright. That's time for Bowser. 6-2. Number 4. Taking on the Migana. Number 3, 7-2. How do you get better than this, you ask? Well, it's hard not to have King Dedede, the undefeated number 1 in the last match. So he's also up against the 6th ranked Wolf. So also a very good matchup there. Old school Green Division matchup. But here we have old school Green Division Bowser taking on the new to the league Migana, doing very well for himself, obviously. Bowser was the best in the league last season at 17-3. Had the bye, of course, beat the Ice Climbers. Lost to Lucas though, on his way back into the quarterfinals there. So an early exit for him in the playoffs last season. Working his way back up. He's a very tough competitor, and that is exactly why right there. He's already big enough. He's supersized now, and Gunner is now small. Supersized Bowser again. This advantage continues for him. It's crazy. The last thing you want, honestly. 119 on his first. He's now poisoned at least. 60 on the Gunner already is his second. Super Mushroom, let's see if Bowser gets it. Okay, right before probably he turned normal, so he is just normal size now. Gunner able to get the knockout there. Okay, wait a second. 72 on him. It's not out of reach, but it's not great. Bowser's now big, and that's again one hit away from a knockout. Small Gunner, even more so. Time extended as well on that potential knockout. Bowser doesn't get it during the size deficit, and now the Gunner's big. Can he bring it back? Oh, back to normal. Took a couple shots there too. 102 on him now. 11 Bowser looking good. There's the knockout, second one on Gunner. Bowser down to Gunner down to his last stock. Bowser at 69 on his second right now. Maybe a shot. Gunner needs a mushroom or two, perhaps, in his favor. Or else, looks like Bowser may just take his spot in the division. Spot number 3, 7-2, and Gunner moving to 7-3 is obviously okay. Bowser had a bye already, Gunner did not. But yeah, to start your first 10, 7-3, that is fantastic. And he could go 8-2, so you know he's not done here. He's not done. 115 on Bowser's second. All he needs is what he's poisoned right now. He needs enough. There with Bowser. Nice upward swipe of the hand. Blah. And now he is, yes, 7-2 himself. Trending toward that 8-2 point, perhaps himself. 7-3 for the Gunner. Very respectable spot to be. Losing Bowser is not, not the worst thing in the world. As long as you can perhaps, beat him come playoff time when it really does matter. But here, can anybody beat King Dedede? Speaking of playoffs. Playoffs? King Dedede's 9-0 this season. The only one, as we mentioned, that's still undefeated, and he could continue halfway into the season undefeated. It's ridiculous. He had his bye. He had the bye last season, second place in the division. So then he went on to beat Falco to the quarterfinals, where he beat Ike. Nice win there for him. And then he defeated Lucas, who had just beat Bowser before that, the #1 in their division. So great win for him. Great start here as he knocks Wolf out already. And interestingly enough, Wolf in this divisional matchup, great division matchup between these two. Wolf actually won both of them last season. So Dedede's looking for his first win against Wolf, oddly enough. Wolf, he was able to, in his first round of the playoffs, he actually lost. He was the #1 seed in the first round, the best that didn't get a bye. So really ranked #9. Oh, and it's over already. King Dedede, that's crazy. Wolf just not coming back to the map. What a terrible way to end this. Not for King Dedede. He's like, yep, okay, I'm going to take that. 119. That's definitely our fastest match this season. I can't believe we almost had a 1-minute match. I can't believe we had a sub 1 minute 30 match this season. That's just nuts. Wolf, horrible in that one. So yeah, just like his first round loss to the #16, the worst ranked in the playoffs, Ice Climbers. He's gonna lose this one immediately. Not good for him at all. Not good. But he is 5-4. We'll see how he fares from here, I guess. And King Dedede is 10-0. Yeah, and Dedede also gets to rest now on his laurels. 10-0. Halfway point for him, for everybody really at that point. Next set. But after this one, Link beating Luigi, Shulk beating Mega Man, Lucina beating Bayonetta, Villager defeating Toon Link, Corrin defeating Diddy Kong, and Little Mac defeating Sheik, Bowser Jr. beating Mewtwo, Kazuya defeating Chrom, Bowser himself over Me Gunner, and Dedede defeating Wolf. Piranha Plant on a bye. After 10 then, we've got Dedede, of course, 10-0. 9-1 Kazuya. 7-2 Bowser. Now the 7-3 Me Gunner is 4th. Bowser now 3rd. Piranha Plant hanging there in 5th still, 6-3. Link is now 6th at 6-4 by himself. Got the 5-4 Wolf, 7th place, dropping 1. And Bayonetta dropping 1 as well, 5-5 there. But she's tied at 5-5 with the 9th and 10th ranked Mega Man and Bowser Jr. Mega Man also dropped. Bowser Jr. up the whole way now, to 10th, 5-5. It's crazy. He's probably the biggest comeback season-wise so far. He started off 0-4, guys. He's now 5-5. After that, we got Chrom at 4-5, along with Mewtwo and Corrin. Those three at 4-5. They actually round out the playoffs. So right now, 4-5 gets you in. That's how close it is. 4-6, Villager and Little Mac just out of it. And then we got Luigi dropping to 3-6, now just out of the middle rank there, where he'd now be staying in this division if all things ended now. Shulk, Lucina also 3-6, still with a chance. They're still in it. 3-7, Toon Link, also still in it. Diddy, 2-8, Sheik at 1-8. Most likely done, but I guess you still never know. It's not all is not said and done just yet, even though it seems that way. Next up, we got the set 10 for the blue. Wario is taking on Pacman, Rob is taking on Ness, Snake's up against Falco, Ganondorf versus Rosalina and Luma, Fox versus Banjo and Kazooie, and Ken's up against Captain Falcon. Roy's taking on Meta Knight, Sora's up against Lucas, Inkling versus Palutena, and finally Steve is up against Cloud. That'll be a good one. Pichu is on a bye.
And these guys next is another pretty interesting one. It might again bring things even closer in the division. We got some close ones here for sure. We got first off, we got Little Mac at 4 and 6 taking on the 4 and 5 Mewtwo. That's pretty huge right there, right off the bat. Bowser Jr. then at 5 and 5 is taking on 3 and 6 Lucina, trying to make her way back in. Villager 4 and 6 is up against the 3 and 6 Luigi, trying to make his way back in against a close ranked opponent. Toon Link then at 3 and 7 taking on the 6 and 3 Piranha Plant. Not so easy for him, but we'll see what he can do. Maybe one chance left. Bayonetta then 5 and 5 dropping. She's up against the 3 and 6 Shulk, who may have one shot left, 1 or 2 shots left. Bayonetta not going to be an easy one there. Diddy then 2 and 8 is taking on Sheik at 1 and 8. Will win from one of these two, one of the two at the bottom of the division. 8 losses. Will win here, spark something in them to take them on a win streak and into the playoff contention. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. But I would say the loser of that one, 9 losses at the halfway point, is going to be done. Should for sure be done. But again, statistically, they still would have a shot. Anyway, last 4 matches, some good ones, of course. We've got Link at 6 and 4, taking on the 4 and 5 Chrom. Gunner at 7 and 3, taking on the 4 and 5 Corrin. A little harder for Corrin there. Mega Man then at 5 and 5, up against the 5 and 4 Wolf. And finally, 9 and 1 second place Kazuya versus the 7 and 2 third place Bowser. It would not put Bowser in second, a win there, but it would bring him ever so closely to getting there. The byes only separating them, and perhaps a win or a loss. King Dedede, as we mentioned, on a bye, 10 and 0, not going to be moving anywhere for sure, that big old penguin. But we will see you hopefully for the next one, the blue. Green, these guys are going to be up again this Saturday. Until then, check out whatever else we have on the stream, the Shorts League, all our streams. I meant on the channel. I got everything on the channel. Streams almost every day in the mornings, 9 a.m., except Friday at 6 p.m., no streams on Sunday. Until then, I'm Randy with Nerds Templar. Like, subscribe, let me know who you think is going to win the upcoming matches in the comments. Peace out. Nerds Templar. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League.